What's going on, everybody? Nate Rock coming back with another video. Wanted to stop by and talk about how to become a real estate agent in Massachusetts. So the first thing that you're going to need to do if you want to become a real estate agent is you're going to have to sign up for a real estate course. What you're required to do is 40 hours of in-person training or online. I chose to do it in person. A lot of people do it online. I feel like I just absorb things better in person, and I wanted to take the class it was maybe a small class, 10 or 12 people, and it was just basically lecture style. And really what the course is to teach you the legality of real estate. There are a lot of legal terms. There are a lot of legal documents. Some of the things you talk about in classes, you're going to talk about how to write an offer. You're going to talk about zoning, where you can have a single family, where you can have a multifamily. You're going to talk about how to make sure that things are done properly and how inspections are done and how closings go. So really the class is to teach you the legality so that you don't get sued. And it's not really going to teach you how to become a salesman. It's not going to teach you how to go on a listing appointment. It's not going to teach you how to get more leads. It's going to teach you the legality and not the real estate side. So once you take the 40 hours of the class, your teacher will sign off and you'll be able to sign up for the test. I signed up for the 40-hour-a-week class. I think I got the code on Groupon. I think it was maybe $150. I think it was massively inexpensive, and I would do it 100 times over. So I paid $150 on Groupon. I go and take the 40-hour-a-week in person. I get my thing signed off on, and then I sign up for the test. I think I took it maybe 7 days later, and I failed. And then I took it again, and I failed. And then I took it a third time and only passed 50% of the test. So I failed 3 times in a row. And on the fourth time, I finally figured it out and took the test. And honestly, I didn't really study as much as I should have studied. I didn't take the in-person training as deep as I should have. I didn't treat it like the way that I should have, to absorb everything. Just like college, you go to college, you're in a class, you learn some things, but you don't really absorb it enough. And I wish that if I went back and did it again, I would definitely absorb as much as I possibly could, because my teacher was a 50-year real estate broker and he knew everything about everything, and I totally should have stayed after and picked his brain, but whatever. Hindsight's 20/20, right? So you pay to take the test and you pass the test. And just like that, you leave with a plastic card that looks like a So when you pass the test, right after you pass the test, you're gonna walk out and they're gonna say, give you your score, and they're gonna be like, congratulations. And they're gonna give you something that looks just like this. This is my license, but shaped just like this, has your picture on it, has your expiration date, and now you're licensed to sell real estate in all of Massachusetts. So for all of about $300, you took 40 hours of a class, you went and took a test, and now this piece of plastic gives you the opportunity to make as much money as you possibly want. That is the best investment I've ever made in my entire life. And I recommend it to literally everyone. Even if you're not going to be a full-time real estate agent. Even if you just want to learn about selling real estate. Even if you just think that your brother's son's cousin's mother might buy a house one time, it could get you some money and you could be knowledgeable and help them. It was almost like a no-brainer to me. Worst comes to worst, all I do with this piece of plastic is I buy my own house one day, which pretty much everyone is going to do, but until you're on that side of the deal, you really don't understand exactly everything that goes into it, right? You really don't. So I almost took it as a no-brainer. I think everyone should be a licensed real estate agent. There are a lot of loopholes in real estate. There's a lot of ways to invest in real estate. There's a lot of interesting ways to use real estate for an investment and for assets long term. So now that you're licensed, you're going to take that license and you're going to find a brokerage. Now this is the most important part. If you're going to do real estate full-time or even part-time, the brokerage that you hang your license with, meaning that's the person that takes on the liability. So technically I would be my own individual subcontractor, meaning I'm Nate Rock, I'm a licensed agent. I go and work for Popular Properties, right? So Popular Properties is the company. I'm a subcontractor under that company. I bring money into Popular Properties, and Popular Properties pays me to be a subcontractor and bring money into the company. Picking that real estate brokerage is the most important part, and spend a lot of time doing this. Put in a lot of research. Having a good brokerage can be make or break. You know, if you have a bad brokerage that doesn't support you, doesn't do any training, doesn't give you any leads, it doesn't tell you what to do with those leads, or it doesn't have an office, or a million things. You have a mean person that works in the office, or it's a bad work environment. You want to make sure that you take your time picking out the brokerage, because they can make you a lot of money or they can prevent you from making a lot of money. So it's very important that you spend a lot of time picking out a brokerage, because the brokerage is going to be the number one way that it could accelerate you, or it could really diminish you from actually reaching those goals that you want to. And boom, just like that, your real estate